Good morning, everyone. 20 to a 9 in the morning, and being starting Monday, I'm back to a 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. Might as well just treat it like, got to be responsible. So, to be responsible, I'm rolling into comments. Starting back with the Apocalyptica. And I didn't actually know, right, that she's a backup singer for Camelot. And that's perfect, because Camelot's one of those bands that is on the channel, but Rollen been sleeping on hard. I really got to do something about. So, Evergreen Dorney Mahoning, wonderful commenter on this video. I didn't actually sort. Let's see, make sure I sort, make sure there's only one. There is only one. Little heart and thumbs up there. So actually, it's funny because not funny, but I want to get some Marco and Tarja. I'd like to do some Nightwish again, even though I'd like to have a discussion, because it seems when I started the gig, they were like the most reacted to band, and it seems like that didn't. I don't know. All I know is I saw Floor put out some stuff, and I had to check some of that out. Because, again, nothing against Floor. She's a great singer. And the whole rest of it. I mean, it's all great music. And I appreciate great comments. So let's... actually, I've got it right here. D.A. Dordike in the comments. He's working his way through. We're talking about cats. He's talking about Mr. Buttersworth, which is, that's funny. Loved water. Yeah, couple cats. Yeah, it's that whole misconception or stereotypes. I don't know. People get so up in arms about stereotype each other. I mean, maybe stereotypes, blanket statements, and all-encompassing answers for everything are just bad. In poor taste. Like, maybe everything is more complicated, nuanced, and shades of many grays or whatevers. But Bread Fan was a great song. And I think a lot of people, and I don't know if you checked out the original Bread Fan, but looking at that whole middle bridge that they kind of play with at the end of I don't know. I just think Bread Fan is a pretty cool song. I like the way Metallica did it for sure. And it was one of my best. I heard that song for the first time tripping balls on acid and with witnesses and other people around. So it was a hell of an experience. We thought we knew we were hearing something. What I didn't know was I was hearing a cover of a band that I was going to eventually just take to, like you couldn't believe. And it's All Out to Sea, or All to Sea. I think it's on the channel. That's a really good chill number from them, from Budgie. And I am no expert. I just think they make great tunage. So, but yeah, I just wanted to, Cats and Bread Fan, Budgie, cats and birds, they kind of go right together. And let's go on to the next video. Oh no, I was wrong. DA getting himself a 2-for-1 off the same video because he's mentioning the pay-to-play deal. And that's the truth. I wouldn't, okay. Should never say never. But I think I have a strong enough track record of not being a grifter or money grubbing anything. And then starting this new job, I have to take to it first. But it would be the most money I've ever made in my entire life if I take to it. The starting pay is better than the last job I had, so I already am going to be back if I take to it. Which doesn't mean I'm going to do the channel for free, because if I start putting in 12-hour days, because what I'm starting thinking, Ange, with her travel time, she ends up putting in 11, 12-hour days. If I keep getting up with Ange and do the reactions in the morning, go do the job, come home, eat, relax, and then really make it scheduled. If I can keep that schedule, then, I'm going to have to make it, a part-time job. It'll have to be more than I think the channel, with all things included, brings in about 100 to 130 a month, depending on the amount of tips. And then, I try not to work. Someone we have a viewer that tips for nemophilia. Nemophilia. It's like, the nemophiliacs. No, nemophilia. Phila. Oh, man. I really wish it was nemophila. I could have remembered that better. That was the Google translator was really poor. But so they every time. Nothing in my heart of hearts makes me want to do extra to try to get more of that. I'm grateful for when it comes and when a new release and timing works out. So, I don't ever want to make it pay to play. I do want to start getting more people to go over and either sign up outside the back door of Patreon, where I like to smoke doobies and hang out and help unload with the crew, or all the way up to VIP. Then I use that environment to shape the channel. And, I think you can join for free even right now, right? Like I'm saying, I'm making jokes, but I think there's even just hey, I'm a member, and I'm going to put some stuff up there, but that's at least going to be a place where requests and discussions of this nature, well, they'll take place over there. Nothing against DA here. I'm glad it was in the comments right now so I could talk about it. I like the fact that we'll just take some off-the-wall stuff out of nowhere, and hits don't matter. Now, I got to keep doing other stuff because hits do matter, but I think they shouldn't matter on every single one. Sometimes, and like Robert said, I partially take care of the bus. I'm really in the back lounge. I don't know who's driving. I think it's, the autopilot, and I hear that keeps needing software updates and is problematic for depending on what side of the political spectrum you fall on. Who knew? Who knew letting the car drive itself was going to be so complicated? Let alone a metaphorical smoke-filled bus. Okay, so I'm not going to try to make it pay to play, but I'm not going to reject pay to play offers. If someone really needs a reaction, and A$AP Rock, going to be a bunch of that today. Why? Some arrangement outside of the comments, and, I want to honor that. Any sort of thing like that I work out, I will try to honor in a stand-up way. So, we're going to go on more comments. But yeah, no pay to play, but we're definitely going to have to turn the corner. And if it's a second, almost full-time job for me, well, yeah, if it's every day, a couple hours a day for a reactor, yeah, I have to make it work out. But we're going to work on the side, the real job, because that's... it might be right up my alley, and it might be something I could take to very well. I like to talk. If you haven't been paying attention, I like to talk. All right, now over on the Arion track, which if you go over on Patreon, there is one available for everyone, and then one for the supporters. So I did do that entire album. It's all up. At 10 comments over here, but basically I really like this one, and I'm gonna go with Rick. Made him think of Arion's Black Hole songs, Genesis 1 for the Vine, and Genesis' Supper's Ready. But I'd have to look into all this. I'm not sure, because at first I was like, is it Genesis or Arion's Black Hole songs? And then those are the two songs. It must be that. But don't mind my wandering thoughts. And as I said, I mean, that's the cornerstone of what I do here. So I thought maybe it'd be a good way to just take get a new one right out of these comments. So, and I was wrong again. So now I'm really glad I'm doing this. I don't think I've ever heard any of this early Genesis. I only know I don't know enough. So how about I add the official audio? We'll just start there.
Try Puffs Plus Lotion for noses.
And that's good for this morning. That's something completely new. And yeah, if we couldn't wander all over the place and have random thoughts and rants, the title of the channel would be wrong and I'd be a complete hypocrite. So more than welcome to try to decipher anything in the comments, because I ask people to try to decipher my lunacy. Because really, I'm not half as crazy as I might make it out to be. I figure throw it all at, it's like a Pollock painting. Right? You're just throwing shit at the canvas, make it see what sticks. One for Divine. All right. I have know nothing about it. I'm gonna add that and we're gonna move on. But I do appreciate all the we're gonna do a lot more comments. I'm just going to that Raps area. We had DA over there. We have Metal Crusader. I did jump in on Metal Crusader because someone was like, Arion isn't a they, it's a who. And I'm like, with all the guest artists, only a super fan would know that. I mean, the songs I played alone had female singers, male singers, obviously 2 to 3 different male singers. I'm just saying, we talk about placing stuff up. Now, technically he's right, but it's the I have to tell you and laugh at you part. Whatevs. Man, go sit and, hey, you could surround yourself with all of the same images from all of one artist and then worship away like it's a temple. Just don't expect other people to join your cult. Now, to be fair, Crusader is that way with Hammerfall, except he participates like a full-blown member, bus riding, subscriber, commenter, friend of the channel. Does he exist in the Hammerfall? Does he march with the troops to the Hammerfall beat? Hell yes! And for all his asking, I ain't never once seen him rub that in someone's face in the comments. So, once again, I would just like to point out that sometimes progressive music brings out pretentious a-hole fans who know everything. What if you, being a smart mouth prick, turned the people you were talking to off of the artist? Hey, would your godlike worshipped artist appreciate you then? Keep handing out those laugh emojis. Fucking loser. All right, and over on the Yamandu Costa. You got Pam. Hi, Pam. Didn't miss you. Didn't got your comment. And starting out the new year right. Hey, Pam, I got a new job. I start on Monday. And if I can work it out, it is, it'd be the best thing old Rollen's done in years. And it's sales. And I think I'm ready. Their biggest deal was, can you handle rejection? And I'm like, let me tell you about Tool fans. I'm kidding. But, I believe reactors learn about rejection all just like there. I don't want to have to take and defend anybody. But if you can't play nice, well, you at my house, I did get bouncers. Right? I don't need to, it's not that big of a deal, but it's frustrating. So someone like Pam doesn't frustrate me much at all, and I am always grateful to have the moment in her comments and the thoughts all match in the same point in the universe. And even though I answered this the other day, I'm like, hey, I'm here, and because the way we're going back, the way I'm doing comments now should cover my current bases. Now there's tons of new comments from videos that go back. But if I tried to keep up with the 3,000 videos I've made, I wouldn't make no more videos. So, nothing but hearts, Pam. I'm just so happy to be, I got to make this work out so I can take some weight off Ange. And, yeah, she's been carrying us for the most part. She has a lot more marketable skills than I do. And, a professional woman where I'm just, I was hoping I could get a job at Mickey D's. Of course, they're paying $17 an hour to close. So, I mean, I don't care. I can clean fryers for that. But this other thing's a lot better. So we'll see. We'll see. Pam, it's always a pleasure having you around from the very beginning to the right here and now. All right, we get back to the Vanny Vaboli, who, to be honest, has a very, very wonderful fan base, and just appreciate the thanks, the hearts, all of it, and I mean that. And Happy New Year's to everyone. Still, this one's has started out so far so good. I think we got a few things in order to get things going the right way. And by numbers alone, Vanny, she gets some love, and she got a great voice. Even though it's in the comments we got down there, and it was in Spanish, it appears. I kind of got that. But someone's like, we might not understand the lyrics, but it puts a big smile on her face. Yes! That's what I was just complaining about. You got someone in the comments saying they like something. That's not the time to give a history lesson or rub it in. It's a time to raise a toast, share a moment, and make the connection, not the division. Now, I don't think we're going to change the world over here, but I think respecting the polite and considerate is a deserving place for respect. The pushy, demanding, and pretentious, not so much. Other people can play in that world. I don't think it's as inviting for me as it is for others. So I am going to be grateful for the people who just think Vanny is a great singer and appreciate it all. No, nobody giving lessons over here or nothing. So thank you all. I do appreciate all of you. And I respect the, right? She got almost this a day ago. It's almost got 1,000 views. It's one of the best videos in a few days. So the difference is I respect her fan base enough that I'm not going to just every day, because I think channels do that to get the algorithmic push. And I'm not here to exploit the artist. I'm just here to appreciate the artist. If something comes from that, that's awesome, right? But if it's just to make those few connections and have a little bit of happiness halfway around the world, I'm pretty okay with that too. Oh, this is perfect. So over on the last, going backwards, so we got Upchurch featuring Broadneck Sus. It's very suspicious, but it's not. Now, I appreciate, it's probably, I don't know if buy YouTube views is probably a robot, huh? But they're very polite. They do not entice me to buy views because that's part of that whole deal that if I can't earn it by myself, using a middle person, no disrespect, because they're super polite. They're algorithmic, they're robot. I can't get through the algorithm, but the algorithm can get that to me. And there is also, and if it's a real person, even more respect. My new job is a middleman job. So, if I take to it, you never know. Maybe I'll have a new respect for the idea. I don't want to create any sort of fake engagement. If I ever can break through the algorithm, the shadow banning or whatever, and I never checked, I don't know if it is. That could be just tinfoil hat crate. Yep, the ducks whisper to me. But Hattie didn't know what a bar was when she started listening to the music. She thought it was just a place you get cocktails and, shake off the dust from the day. And Hattie, I have splendid days all the time, even when I act like it don't. I do, for lack of a better description, enjoy life. Breathing air is its own reward. Being alive that's what I get. Now I try to make more of it than that. You've been around long enough to know. But I'm grateful every day I draw breath, Eddie. I'm just happy to be alive. I learned just this morning talking to an ex-coworker as getting my bull squeezins. Oh, that's good taurine. And talking to my ex-manager, who now took a major cut in life and now works at the grocery store. But I had went in there every day for 3 years, almost 4 years since I lived up here. I haven't went back in the store since the day I quit. But I go over to the grocery store where she's working and say hi to her and just to connect with human beings. And I think I spaced off what the hell my point was going to be. But enjoy life, enjoy living, enjoy connecting with human beings. I still go out there. I try to have conversation. It did get into current events. I'm kind of bad, not mad, but I wish I wouldn't have spaced it off. I think I was going to tie it back to okay, Hattie, thank you. Nothing but hearts. That one fell apart. If it's like an SNL gig in a way, trying to freeform some sort of joke, closure, and then wrap up to move on, this was a fail at this moment. But the song, Sus, was not. Upchurch, Broadnecks, Kalani on the beat. Good stuff. Hattie, good comments and good supporter. She's been there a long time, and I appreciate her. Oddly enough, over on the GG Vibes, not a single comment, hardly any views, and I personally think it's because I shot myself in the foot by Tinfoil Hat Tuesday, even though I had a blast. I think it was awesome, and there's going to be more of that coming. It turns out when the floodgates open, you either manage the water coming at you or you get swept away by it. And I'm going to go for, not just treading water and hoping, but building a raft and floating on the wreckage of the crumbling system around us. Ooh. Oh, Hattie, if you're watching this one, that came together a lot better than the other one. And this didn't even have a comment. 0 comments, but decent material. All right, over on Testament, we got a lot of DAs all over the place. No, I haven't watched the Ancient Aliens show because I could watch reruns or something, but I I don't have any. I guess I'd have to find what platform it's on. I don't think I have any regular channels. We don't have cable or anything like that. I personally stopped watching commercials years ago. So if I have to sit through commercials to watch a show, I tend to not watch a show. I'll wait till I get clips and then I watch the. Now, have I watched Graham Hancock? I think that's talk on like Rogan. Yeah, for hours. I've watched hours of this stuff. The common timeline between, let's say, iconography and animal spirits, statues. There's some weird connections. Do I think a cataclysmic event wiped out ancient civilizations 2-3 times? Could be. I like that stuff. Do I think we are the DNA manipulated slave offspring children of the Anunnaki? I don't know. Not really. At the same time, my honey is what's that blood? So what's this say? Well, why do some women's bodies? Why does that one blood type reject its own children, its own breeding, or whatever that is? How does that work? God, I wish Ange was around for that. I'm not good at that. But that, there's a whole tinfoil hat conspiracy, and that's an alien bloodline right there. So, I don't know. I think the answer is what I've heard before. I think we're the aliens. Yeah, it probably makes the most sense. We're just generations and cataclysms past any sort of record. But yeah, I don't know. So, no, I haven't watched it, but I am definitely, like I said, when I first started channel, I admit I got tons of hours into flat earth. I got all kinds of crazy stuff. Yeah, no, but the lyrics there for Brother to the Stake were perfect because they did play into that whole, Anunnaki theory, Epic of Gilgamesh deal. I think it's that stuff. The old Sumerian writings and that whole, and then to be honest, I mean, India has got the what are the flying? I'm not very versed in that part of the world, but I do know I can't think of the name of the huge flying ships, and let's just say, if it's all vivid imagination, the elders of the planet had better imaginations than goofballs today, and I believe that wholeheartedly. Because we can't do anything but milk a franchise for money and steal each other's material. And, you want to go down a rabbit hole? I don't care if you believe or not. Go down the accurately depicted angel. The CG angels that are accurately depicted from biblical text or, let's say heretical text. Wow! Flying spheres of eyeballs. Man, when we stared at the night sky before light pollution, I think we were creative. All right, now we're back over part of Tinfoil Hat Tuesday, going back a ways. Rolling into the comments, Up Church Conspiracy. 5 comments, 2 of them are mine. Hattie had her hat strapped on. Told us about the sus video. We got that. But Samurai up there. Fun fact, before he was banned from YouTube, Alex Jones himself commented on this video. If I remember correctly, he told Upchurch that he's the tip of the spear, something like that. I actually could believe that, even though we're all opinions for entertainment purposes only, for the most part right here, right? Because I'm not going to go through the effort, but sounds very correct to me. And didn't Upchurch lose his first IG for organization? They just did that to someone on the other side of the spectrum too. So, there's the problem is the system appears to dislike anyone who can organize people to share similar minded ideas and then engage in discussion. or just wields too much power with too big of an audience. And I mean, I think Alex got that's definitely. Let's just be blunt. You could dislike the reasons they tell you to dislike him, but the tip jar is no bullshit. His track record is so much better than others. It's a shame. It's crazy how on it the guy has been. So, whoa, that's not a thumb down. Okay, Samurai, that was a bad click. You couldn't see it because it's just a picture, but hey, I'm going to have to admit that I misclick thumbs down. And in no way do I feel in no way do I feel that's a bad comment. It was just a misclick. And just in case, it's the 3128 mark of my new comment. Video. Yes. Okay, that's really boring for everybody, but I need to get that done. Just a misclick. It's the 3128 mark of the new comment video out today, which we're almost there. I think I spelled miss wrong. like misdemeanor, but MISS. It's a great cracked magic card. You had to be polite when it was your turn or something like that. It was fun. Yeah, I think that all aside. I forgot. Let's see what do we got going. Check. Now I think the algorithm listens. But I think I'm crazy. Kathy and doesn't. The tinfoil ducks have basically been whispering in my ear all day. It is tinfoil hat Tuesday over here on Reaction. There's some action over here. And I was quoting some pod. Well, obviously, Kathy did not care for tinfoil hat Tuesday. At no point do I remember telling anybody that it was 100% facts. Do I believe some of it? Sure, but I mean, I think it's weird. Now, DA, I appreciate you in there. Try to keep an open mind. And then I'm like, we already know. So I was talking about this today. It'll come up. I was talking about my ex-manager, and she knows. A lot of people know. I looked into a nutritionist job at a hospital, but they need you to take that garbage poison. And here's the problem. The biggest crime against humanity, in my personal opinion, all opinions for entertainment purposes only. It's like pretending a man can get pregnant. You get to believe the stuff, but it's not quite as cut and dry as all that. All of the information leads to the pharmacon industry being 100% against us. And then, this clip. So Bears, respectable. All of this stuff. Now, hopefully, what you're really saying is what you heard is complete bullshit and you are fed up with a system that controls and consumes all of us. But I don't I don't think that's the bullshit. I think you don't like having discussions outside of the comfort zone that you might personally live in. That's okay. You get to do you. But I don't have to live in the fear bubble ever again. I'm going to choose freedom over fear, dear. But fear over on the side stands alone is always for people to embrace. That's cool. But you can't expect other people to go down with you on the sinking ship. And I'm going to wrap it up with this. I believe it's as real as it gets that most individuals in the pandemic cult had almost zero purpose in their life before it hit. Then, bending their will to government control, complying, being terrified, and ratting on others gave them the first miserable purpose they had had in years. Now, I am not talking about any person who had a life right the day before it hit. Now, I've had a life all through from bat soup on. Ha! I, like many other people, never stopped living. Why? Because we weren't going to line up for experimental stuff with no disclosure and no room to sue if they poisoned us. Come on. What's bullshit is thinking the system has your best interest in mind. Now, I say this from the realm of fantasy, satire, fiction. All opinions for entertainment purposes only. If you align with these ideas, you might like the story I'm telling you. I'm not telling you to act on that story. I'm not even preaching that it's true. But we get to have the uncomfortable conversations. All of this, people are gonna scream and be sad about it. And, oh, no, people are done with that shit. The blowback is here. Nobody's cried wolf long enough. The wolves are gonna start biting back. Till next time, we'll do it again.